Hello and welcome to the Allies release tournament. This is my first match in the tournament. I'm a little behind playing this, but so it goes. So in this tournament, we are playing with Allies cards in every game, an increasing number as the games go on. Also, one ally will be in every kingdom, and so at least one liaison. And yeah, so this is the group stage. Let's see what we have here. Order of Astrologers is the star chart one. Okay. We've got draw primarily from City Quarter, I would say. We don't have... we can get Wisps too, and Earth's Gift. Those are both pretty good. So Druid looks pretty good. We don't have great trashing, but we can open with Apprentice, so that's pretty nice. I think Apprentice Druid looks pretty reasonable. I think I would rather have the Druid initially than the Bauble. I think getting the Wisps is more valuable than getting the favors plus buy early going here. Especially, Druid gives us plus buy anyway. Yeah, I'm going to take a Druid and an Apprentice. And then our payload is probably mostly going to be Town as Woodcutter, which isn't like amazing, but do I want to top deck this Apprentice? I probably do. Yeah, figures. There's Bandit for it. That's another reason not to. Okay, so we could take a Bauble. It's not great. We could just take a silver. What I would really like is a Town, but can't afford that. I think I'll take... although, honestly, yeah, I guess one Bauble in the deck. Like, it doesn't really synergize very well with... oh, man. All right. Would we rather have a Town or a Wisp? So we can use Earth's Gift here. A Wisp is, like, almost guaranteed to draw here. The only card in our deck that it doesn't draw is Apprentice. But I guess the question is, are we trying to buy anything expensive? I think I'm going to take the Town. Perhaps it's a mistake. Okay, I think we're going to want a second Druid here, so I'm going to just play this for buy coins. Go Town Druid. Well, that's not great. We're going to take a favor here so that we can top deck an estate. And I don't know about having a third Druid. That seems not great. Second Bauble? It's too early for City Quarter. Guess I'll take another Bauble. I don't know. I don't feel great about it. Great. Druids. Hopefully we find our Town. This is not going very well. I mean, I guess the good news is that we have I think we're going to take... well, I think I'd rather have another town than a wisp. Do want the wisps, but all right. Do I go ahead and grab a city quarter at this point? I think I will. Maybe I should have held off so I could top deck it with Bauble, but there's also astrologers, I guess, so it actually kind of doesn't matter. Our estates have we seen? Just the one, right? Yeah, so we're going to want to top deck Apprentice again. I think it's got to be take the coins here is going to be better. And this is going to be coin favor. And this is going to be coin favor. We can actually buy another city quarter here. Top decking versus favor doesn't really matter, I suppose. Well, let's take the top decking. Straightforward. Oh god. I guess I could have known that I had 3 non-actions here. I play the Apprentice first. The odds that I draw 2 action cards are not great. The odds that I draw at least 1 are reasonable, though. If I don't, I guess I should play this first. Okay, do we just want to go double coins, or do we want to draw? We're not going to be able to afford anything. We do want to try to hit a druid. I think I'm going to draw. Okay. I think I'm actually going to draw again. Like, yeah, I paid off 1 less debt, but I want to find the druids and get the towns. I think that's pretty important. You'd actually consider taking Marauder at some point, but I'd rather have like all of the towns first. We've each trashed 2 estates and I've trashed a copper, so despite getting to open Apprentice, we're really not much thinner. Alright, so we have a bauble. I think... Take a city quarter? Yeah, I think we do. Even though we have a bauble. Yeah, so that's not too bad. Okay, so we could, do we want to draw on? I think we do. Coin, favor, coin top decking. And this is going to be coin favor. We're going to top deck a city quarter. Yeah, okay. So we played 1, 2 towns last turn. We've got like 3 towns down here. Well, 2 towns after this one. I'm trying to figure out if I want to play the apprentice first or not. I think not. Like Salt Rose has taken 3 wisps. A lot more than I have, that's for sure. I would expect town city quarter here. Oh, double town. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe also take a city quarter? No. I mean, you do kind of want as many city quarters as possible so you can play as many towns as coins as possible, but... Okay, so... if we trigger a shuffle here, it's probably more valuable to top deck a city quarter than it is to get a wisp into the shuffle, I think. Or, well, rather, to have an extra card to draw with than to get a wisp into the shuffle. We're going to top deck a city quarter. So... action, use favor to top deck. City quarter. Okay. We don't have a bauble in hand, which we kind of need. Dang it! I need these coins, but my bauble's bottom decked. Ugh! Ridiculous. Okay, I think we're just gonna take double wisp here. Give me coin, top decking. City quarter. Be in a ton of debt again. Oh, great. Maybe I'll apprentice this bauble. Having 2 of them. Oh. I might even risk. Apprenticing first. I'm gonna have a turn. I probably need to. I had like 7 towns that turn just to find frickin' a ball. So I could top deck a city quarter. Ugh. Terrible. Wonder it's too late to do something like take bandit to have golds to apprentice or something like that. Well, okay. So we could stop here to pay off 6 of our 8 debt. We know we've got more city quarters down there. We draw on. There's not like a whole lot that can really accomplish, I think. Oh, man. Yeah, I might have. Maybe Saltroza had the right idea going for wisps over towns. I don't know. But this is not. It's not working out at all. I mean, I don't know. Druid for wisp seems clear enough here. Saltroza. I mean, that isn't actually that much payload. Hmm. Wait, you top decked a Marauder? Oh, I guess you have the city quarter on top, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gonna probably need a second apprentice to deal with that. Ugh. Assuming I even do anything this turn. This is so painful. Not going to trigger this shuffle, obviously. Oh boy. Taking favor here. Are we taking another city quarter? Like, kind of need it. I hate to be in debt again, but I need it. I can just... There we go. Okay, okay. Now we're in business. It might be too late. Saltroza's like got the city quarter lined up with stuff, but I don't think there's like a real pilot threat here, but there could be. I mean, there is stonemason. Saltroza can play enough towns for buy coins. Like, obviously that could make that city quarter purchase look pretty bad, but I need to be able to draw. Like, adding city quarters adds payload to my deck because I can play more towns for coins, so... Like, if I play 5 city quarters... Oh boy. That's not good. Yeah, that's probably GG right there. Well, it was a risk, but... I mean, it's not like I didn't know that Saltroza was going to draw pretty well this turn with the actions they had top decked, but I just could not get my stuff to line up. I don't know, like, I mean, the Wisps do draw better than the towns, obviously, but having, like, a turn where we, you know, have a starting hand like this should have been, like, reasonably likely at some point, but I just never did. Huh. I would have thought you would keep playing the stonemasons, but maybe it doesn't matter. Stonemason into more stonemasons. And I guess you need some money to be able to buy... Well, you don't need an estate. Two estates. That's unnecessary. Yeah. Well, they only barely made it. I guess they had an extra buy. Yeah, that... I don't know. That was frustrating. Just could not get the deck to come together. And maybe that was... Maybe that was because I built it wrong. But felt like it should have... I should have had some turn, you know, earlier than that where I could have done stuff. I just did not. All right. Dex Guild. So we got Haggler Guild. We got Clashes. Monastery is the only trashing. Okay. 2 favors for that, so that's going to be a little hard to come by with Bauble as the only liaison. What do we open here? What do we open? Don't know. There's not really very good options. Battle plan doesn't really do anything. Yeah, 5-2 definitely seems better. Probably just gonna have to take a silver. Go silver monastery. We could go double silver. We could go silver bauble. Be nice to like get a marquee and then the monastery on that turn, but silver monastery makes it very unlikely that we hit 5. On the other hand, if we can hit 4 and buy ports, that'll be pretty good. I think I will take the monastery. Oh, okay. Do I still want to buy port though? Pretty awkward because we're not seeing any estates. I think it's still, God, the problem is trash 2 coppers. We've got yeah, this is really awkward. I think I will go ahead and take the ports, but I don't know. I think okay. So monastery still doesn't work like peaceful cult. That's so confusing. All right. Do we want another silver here? Do we want bauble? Do we want battle plan? Well, now that Saltroza has taken a battle plan, I think I will too. I want to be able to have access to that. It's not doing anything for my deck right now, but I don't want to get stuck. I think I'm already losing this game pretty badly. Ugh. Okay, so we can get more ports. We could grab the other battle plan. Getting more ports right now doesn't seem that good. Grabbing the other battle plan is mostly just a way of making sure that we have it. Like Archer's going to get uncovered, and then like that's going to be a whole thing. I guess, yeah, I guess I'll take the battle plan. I don't know. It feels sort of. It feels pretty weak of a maneuver, but particularly since I drew my silver, which is really not what I wanted. now I probably won't be able to afford an archer even if I don't draw the monastery. Well, at least saltroza had a pretty awkward turn. Really any reason to rotate this, right? Let's see. All right, so do we want another silver or do we want a bauble? That is the question. Bauble potentially lets us activate Architect's Guild. Which is only really going to be useful if we can hit 5. We're not especially likely to do. I think right now silver is better. We should be pretty likely to hit 5 here, assuming we don't want to just take archer anyway. Well, alright. This is going to make the plus action situation pretty awkward, like, because you don't want a bunch of ports. Although you can do swap stuff with them. Why you would rotate here. I can't get the other warlord, which is sad. I could take ports to get an extra trash in. There's an obvious problem with that plan. With warlord in my opponent's deck. Just take another silver. Take the bauble. Maybe now it is time for the bauble. Okay. Presumably they're going to take Marquis Warlord here. God damn it. I rotate away from the warlord so that, yeah, I think I do. Want another silver. What happens if I go on a mission? Nothing, because I can't gain a card because I don't have an artificer. So it does nothing. Guess I take another silver. Ah, frustrating. I might be able to hit Marquis this turn, though. I can do that, and I can get my bauble into play and get like Marquee Warlord. That'd be pretty good. Okay. Probably don't want to trigger a shuffle here, huh? Oh, but that means I want to play the battle plan because I want to rotate the archer. Yeah. I don't even have a second card to trash. Ugh. Ugh. It can't be a good idea to trigger a shuffle here. It just cannot. We gotta start getting like Artificer and swap stuff going here. Hopefully we just draw like some treasures in a monastery this turn. Doesn't seem likely. Oh, and the estate, I guess, too. Doesn't seem likely, but I'm gonna be really sad if I draw all my good action cards. Getting an estate doesn't seem good there unless you're planning to draw more. I guess you are. Yeah, definitely losing this. I don't really know. Yeah, maybe I should have opened double silver, but another bauble. I guess you do need 2 baubles to like consistently activate Architect's Guild. I would take swap ports as saltroza and get a bunch of trashes and then plan to swap the ports into like artificers or something. Well, you can't swap them into marquees. But you could take. Oh, if you have another coin, you could take marquee swap ports. If you have, yeah, because you can have the 2 baubles, you can have the 2 favors. Oh, that'd be pretty strong. Go coin favor. Top deck too. Coin favor, favor top deck. Oh, that's not how I would have done that. Oh, you're gonna mission? Hmm. I don't think I would want to do that without swapping the deck. I mean, Artificer still can do work, obviously, but... Bird bauble. Wobbles. I would have wanted Artificer for swap. I mean, swapping ports is like that amazing because the ports aren't that much cheaper, but you get 2 of them, so... Oh boy. What? Why can't I play treasures? Or autoplay treasures. What? What? I guess it doesn't matter, but what the hell? Alright, do I want swap or do I want Artificer? Not fairly clear. I think 1 Artificer before we get the swap. That was just weird. What's going on there? Meanwhile, I'm probably going to have another bad turn here and I'll probably just resign in a minute. There's just like not a whole lot of opportunity for me to get into this game. The fact that saltroza still is not playing with swap confuses me quite a bit. You got all these extra ports that at some point you're not going to be able to play, even if that point isn't now. It's sure a lot more efficient to swap into Artificers than to discard cards to gain an Artificer. I mean, I guess with Marquee, there's something to be said for being able to discard a bunch of cards, but I only want to do that so many times. I guess the Marquee is... God. I really probably should just resign. Like, what? I forgot about the archer. Yeah. Anyway, I guess the Marquis is like planning on developing this rather dilapidated looking castle or something. His eyes are super creepy, but you can't see that in the like low res art on this site. Get a look at the high res art from Dombot. All right, so under what circumstances could I even have a good turn this turn? I don't actually know. I've already, you know, I've already seen my marquee. It's not that. There's not any way for me to line up my battle plans with an action because I don't have a way to get both of them into hand at once. So that's not going to do it. I don't think it is possible for me to have a good turn. You still don't want swap. Like if I play, I mean, if I play Warlord, you're gonna wish you had swap. And I guess you can get a swap on your mission turn, but that's a thing to do before playing any more keys. Maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, it goes that way. Right. Okay. Well, there's no point in rotating since I can't afford anything. Might as well take a favor. I don't think I want a silver. Let's just see if the Warlord like messes with Saltroza's deck at all. It should. Saltroza has a bunch of Artificers and a bunch of ports that they can not all play, right? Like this is why you want the swap. I mean, Saltroza can use an Artificer to gain a swap. I'm gonna get hit by the Archer. I can't keep both the port and the Marquee. This is so bad. This is so bad. If I get hit by the Archer, I should probably just resign. I was like, what are the odds that I draw a port in my next two cards? And then if I don't, like if I keep the port and not the Marquee, then what? Like I can't draw. Really take swap. Oh. No. No, the swap's not on top. That doesn't seem... Don't you need the swap now? I guess maybe there's a decent chance that I won't get archered. And I'm still so far behind. Another marquee. More ports? Okay. You can swap port into swap, and then I don't know what you're even swapping into at that point. Grave robber, I guess. Just it's hard because you don't have much terminal space. Yeah, I definitely don't get taking that over the second swap. Makes sense to me. I have to admit that part of the reason I haven't resigned yet is because I'm like curious about how this, like, how does saltroza's deck actually progress to the end of the game? I mean, one way to do it, I suppose, is by just like hoping you sequence your cards right. You discard a lot of the extras with Artificer, and you don't like have a super reliable deck, but another port and no swap. I what? I mean, I guess having a port top decked is good. I just don't understand why not swap some of the other ports in your deck. But you know, who am I to judge? I'm getting destroyed. Wait, you have 5 baubles? Okay, this is stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid game. What could I have done? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe double silver goes better, but I think um, having the 5/2 as starting player was just so much better. Being able to open with the Artificer and the Monastery. It's like Silver Monastery wasn't very good. Silver wasn't very good either. right. I've got some cards I've never played with before here. League of Shopkeepers. Okay. Oh, with Sycophant. That's actually potentially pretty relevant then. Like, if there's some kind of DTXE thing at least, which it looks like there isn't, but get Peasant. We've got Herb Gatherer. Okay, we're definitely going to want to get a Peasant. Oh, there's Academy too. Okay. Well, we're going to take a Peasant. That much is clear. What's not clear is what else we're doing. So, with Academy and some actual sources of plus actions to boot, we should be able to just play a bunch of draw cards. Which means the Sycophant thing probably isn't actually relevant. So, fully activated Sycophant is +2 actions, +1 coin, +1 buy, and discard 3 cards for 3 coins. Which I guess does activate Swashbuckler for what that's worth, but it's not especially efficient payload. Oh, hey, you can use Sheepdog to draw the treasure chest gold that you get from Swashbuckler. That's fun. But mostly what I'm thinking about is, are there ways to accelerate our Peasant line? We would like to hit 5 fairly soon so that we can get to Modify. I don't feel great about opening double terminal with Herb Gather. Oh, we also want to be able to hit Academy. So maybe we just take a silver. I mean, we could take Sycophant. Oh, no, Sycophant is terrible at hitting 5. Never mind. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take a silver. 6. Okay, well. So now the question is, do we want to take Modify or do we want to take Academy? Oh, come on! What? Jeez. I think... So next turn we're gonna be lucky to hit 3. Well, maybe not lucky because I don't know that I care about hitting 3, but the point is we're not gonna hit a high price point, obviously. So I mean, I think Modify is gonna do more for us early on than Academy, but I do really want to get the Academy. Are we gonna take a second Peasant? We're probably gonna be modifying estates into sheepdogs. Although maybe it's better to just trash copper initially. Unclear. I think I do take a second Peasant here. It's a little bit of a risk, but not a huge one. Okay. We can get our Academy now. Well, unfortunately, we bottom decked our Modify. And do I want to take another Peasant? Having a bunch of Disciples will definitely be really good here. So I'm leaning towards yes. I do want another Peasant over a Sheepdog. And then that'll probably do for Peasants. Yeah, I think it's better to trash copper here so that we can cycle. I mean, we could trash estate anyway, but I would rather keep the estate around to turn into a sheepdog. Although, got one villager right now. The other thing we could do is turn our silver into a modify. But, decisions. I think I'm just going to go with the cycling. We will take a sheepdog. Just go double sheepdog here. Seems reasonable. We are out of plus buy, so that's something to keep in mind. Is peasant actually the only plus buy on the board? I guess there's herb gatherer. Which is maybe worse anyway. I don't know. Do we want to take peasant or an herb gatherer, or do we want to just... I think I'm just going to take the sheepdog. Attacked, that's nice. Sycophants. We could take a peasant here. I think that's worth doing. Although it is going to trigger a shuffle, but I think that's okay. All right. Do we want to take another modify, another swashbuckler, a swashbuckler, capital city? We don't really need the actions necessarily from capital city. Any other modify seems pretty good, I think. It's easier to activate sheepdog that way. We can modify silver into a 5 at some point. Oh, come on. What is this? What? Just really any action would have done. Especially sheepdog, since disciple sheepdog. You get to react with other sheepdogs. We probably are going to need a capital city now. Even if we do debate disciple. Okay, I think I'm okay with discipling a peasant. Although, well, I'm going to draw more. Okay. So we're gonna crash that for card action. Crash that for card action. What? No, I can't afford capital city. I can. Do I take crossroads here then? There's 3 fugitives up there. So I might not actually get to upgrade into the 3rd disciple if I don't draw. Oh, damn it! Oh, that is so frustrating. It's the bottom 2 cards. Alright, let's grab a crossroads. And feel about sycophant versus peasant. A soldier. At least sycophant is non-terminal. I think sycophant is at least better than soldier right now? The only one of them? I guess it probably is not. Could even consider getting teacher if stars align, if we go this way. Not now, but here's hoping. I mean, I guess, yeah, just here's hoping that Saltroza doesn't play 2 fugitives this turn. That will just make me like I had I had it lined up to get the 3rd disciple. Nope. I don't get to. Oh, this is so frustrating. I mean, getting to open with modify was sure a lot better than getting to open with silver, so I guess it's not too surprising that I've fallen behind here, but that's just wrong. Took the 3rd peasant earlier. I had the 3rd fugitive earlier. But that turn where I drew disciple 3 coppers estate just killed me. I mean, I guess you could say I shouldn't have triggered the shuffle the turn before, but like I could have easily drawn, you know, like Like the odds of that in particular lining up the way that it did were. That was hardly like the likely outcome. So I drew a bunch of actions without drawing the disciple, didn't draw those coppers, and then if I draw the disciple, that's fine. If I don't draw like one of the action cards and then I have that with the disciple, that's also fine. Super, super frustrating. What does Acolyte do exactly? Meh. I have a weird set of purchases. Well, why? Like, why is my deck non-functional? I have draw in my deck. I swear that I do. What? I have... Oh, hey, there's a disciple left. What? Why? You gain a teacher? Okay. Okay, well, we're certainly going to do this. The question is, do we want a soldier in our deck? Do we want to just have a fugitive? I think I'd rather not bother with the soldier. It's not very strong here. I found my sheepdogs. I wonder if I meant to not play Disciple to start the turn here. I mean, well, I'm losing this game too, but so it probably doesn't matter. But I do have. Did I play? I guess I saw all three of my modifies last turn, so I can't, that. So saving the disciple for that. But if I could disciple some other action, like what do I have down there? I saw my crossroads. I saw my peasant. Saw my modifies. I don't have a swashbuckler. I don't have it. There's like nothing I can draw into that's even going to help. Activate the sheepdogs. I don't know. It still might be correct to play them. Well, I have another disciple down there. So if I draw that, at least I can save some actions, but Maybe I was meant to modify last turn. Draw with the sheepdog. It wouldn't have mattered though. I didn't draw into anything relevant anyway. Still might have been better. I don't know. Is there any way back into this game? Oh man. I really don't. Well, I didn't in the last one either particularly, but I really don't think I'd done anything wrong here. Just once again the 5-2. It's really freaking good. Alright, I suppose I'll go ahead and do Disciple Disciple. Okay, we'll go ahead and disciple this Disciple 2 and then do Crossroads. We just drew our deck. We don't actually have to interact with the sheepdogs yet. So we want to do modify. The problem is we're not going to be able to activate the dang Swashbuckler. I guess we can do it with Fugitive. No, not really. Not unless we gain a lot of cards, which I guess we can do. Do we want to keep these estates around? Maybe. Let me go contract here. Capital City would also work to activate Swashbuckler. Yeah, maybe that's the play. We kind of want to keep this other modify. Well, we have another modify in here, but the silver. Okay. Played Disciple, we played Disciple, we played Sheepdog, we played Disciple. Okay, I think we're done with discipling. This isn't gonna work. At least I can't see how it would work. I guess if we play a sheepdog first. We're still gonna be like, oh, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. There's no way to get enough cards in the discard. Crap. If we play the modify, I need to do. I guess I needed to play the other modify before I played the fugitive. Probably my mistake. All right, let's play. maybe I should just be trashing estate. I go estate into... I guess I could go estate into Acolyte. Acolyte can trash estate into gold. Gonna make the crossroads worse, but... And then we might as well react with the sheepdogs at this point. Or at least one of them. Right? We have another crossroads in here. Okay. So we do this. Do that. There's no point in trashing the Acolyte into an Acolyte. I can see. Maybe, no, well. Wondering about gaining more crop with this modify, but I don't know. Could modify the peasant. Modify the crossroads. The crossroads is not going to be very good if I trash this estate. Next turn I could use Acolyte to trash the estate. Modify the crossroads into what, though? I don't know. I mean, we could just take it silver, I guess. Doesn't really matter that we can't draw it. Bureaucrat. Okay, now we have the opportunity to take a teacher here. Do we want to do that? If nothing else, we can modify it into a province. So sure, why not? Ugh. Hopefully we can find our swashbuckler early enough in the turn to at least activate it once. Ideally, discipling it, gaining another one, and then activating that one seems unlikely. With Disciple Modify, there is definitely pile out potential here. I don't know how close it is. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, or I wouldn't be shocked if Salrosa goes for it. Two Disciples, each played on Modify gains. Oh, okay, never mind. Going for Contract is definitely not the way that you do that. We could, in theory, so we have a gold, we have a teacher, and we have an estate that we can turn into a gold with Acolyte. We could, in theory, gain like 4 provinces this turn without needing too much additional payload. Granted, Salrosa might be able to do something similar. We've got 2 modifies, and they surely have... Well, I guess they only have 1 gold, as they've only just got the chest. They don't have the Acolyte, but they could modify into it, but that's still like pretty roundabout. So maybe they can't. I mean, they can buy provinces, but maybe my position isn't actually that bad. I mean, Salrosa may be able to play around me doing that in any case, and it's unclear whether I'll have the be able to fully go off that way. I mean, I think I should be able to, but we're definitely going to start by discipling Capital City. We can do discard stuff, but like get the drawback with Sheepdog, assuming we see more draw cards. If we don't, we'll have to consider not discarding for coins or cycling, like spending the coins to draw the cards back, I guess, would be another option if we don't see more draw cards. Yeah, like I have 6 sheepdogs, a swashbuckler. That's my draw. And if nothing else, if we cycle the modifies out in favor of some draw cards, that will help activate Swashbuckler and probably help line our stuff up better. So, I mean, that much is fine. Do still have 3 modifies, do I not? Played 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Still have 3. I guess Saltrosa could still be going for the pilot. I don't know why you would have gained a contract to do that, but seems difficult to get 5 swashbucklers, though. I guess you still have a disciple. Yeah, I don't understand the contract then. Maybe change of plans at some point during this turn. Two modifies left. I mean, it should be doable. Saltroza. Wasn't really a whole lot I could do. I mean, I guess Saltroza also needs to gain either 2 estates or a duchy. We got some buys. Peasant. So they won't be in too much trouble there. I don't know what all exactly is in their hand, but and they played 3 sheepdogs and trash another, so they don't have any more sheepdogs to work with. They might have some silver, maybe at most one. No, I have the silver, so they don't have any silver. We've got 2 sycophants, which don't do anything to gain swashbucklers. Other than buying them, I suppose. They've got an herb gatherer. No, they already trashed that. Crossroads. Yeah, they might. Well, they've got a capital city. Oh, they do have another sheepdog. Oh, do I only have 5? I thought I counted 6. Let's see. Play 1, 2, 3. Oh, I double counted this. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Playing the peasants now. Is your turn over? I mean, or maybe you. I guess you have no more draw cards. Only have 1 gold. The sycophants don't really net you much money. Can you actually do this? I would have assumed so, but this doesn't look... I mean, you can trash a gold into a swashbuckler, but then you're really hurting for being able to buy the rest and buy some green. 3 coffers is not a ton. 4 coins in play already. I mean, you need basically, assuming you can modify into 2 swashbucklers, which I'm not exactly sure of. You need 10, 14, well, no, 15, because you can't, you only have the 3 buys. I guess sycophant into a state. Oh. Oh, that's awkward. I'm confused. What is happening here? Okay, what's happening is that Saltroza is not winning the game right now. Okay. Okay. So we have to look out for our opportunity to win the game. The thing that complicates... So we only have 1 swashbuckler to disciple. We have 3 disciples, though. We take 2 provinces. That's enough to win. So if we can disciple swashbuckler, draw it, disciple it again... Like, I think discipling the capital city is correct anyway. But if we can disciple 2 swashbucklers, which we may not be able to, but supposing we can modify into 2 more swashbucklers. That's 2 of our modifies. We have a 3rd modify that turns teacher into province, and then we buy a province, something like that. I mean, we could opt... Well, discipling the modify doesn't gain as a card. So it's not really any better than discipling the capital city. So I think we do disciple the capital city. Okay, but we don't care about too much about activating the swashbuckler, right? So I think we don't discard. I mean... We're going to have to draw this stuff up. Okay, excellent. So we get to disciple the swashbuckler. We don't want to play the other disciple yet, so we're not going to do that. I think we just want all the draw. Okay. So the last card there is swashbuckler. We can go ahead and do some capital city stuff. I guess we want to... This. We do only have 2 buys, so that's something to pay attention to. You have the 3 modifies. So we can modify teacher into province. That's one of our provinces. Modify gold into province. That's another province. Modify... Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. I go capital city, discard. Modify gold into province. So we have... How many... I mean, I don't know if I need this coffer, but... 3 cards in our discard. If we put a 4th in our discard, that should be enough to activate the swashbuckler. Now, the other line that we could consider here is we disciple the modify to mill provinces. We have 6 coins. We have the peasant. I think we'll be like 1. Oh no, we have the capital city. So maybe that's actually just better than trying to empty the swashbucklers. Just mill the provinces. Does it matter? If we disciple the swashbuckler, there's 2 swashbucklers left, and we only have to. Yeah, no, it's better to disciple the swashbuckler. But okay, we're gonna take capital city. We're gonna discard 4 coins. And we're gonna modify Acolyte into swashbuckler. Yeah, we had this with Rune Despair. Exchange into 5 teachers, whatever, sure. Okay, well, stole that one. And got logged out. Cool. All right. Now we get seven allies cards. And we go bop. This is that. Okay, final board. Sentinel. Let's see. We're definitely going to want to open with Sentinel. What is the other question we want? What's the other question we want to open with? That's the card of the moment. I mean, we certainly could just take a silver. I don't think I care very much about activating Circle of Witches, so I'm not particularly concerned about liaisons from that perspective. Although we can give... the fact that we have 5 to start with means, you know, but we can wait until we have Guildmaster or something to do that. Probably we don't need to bother with Sycophant. Although, I mean, Importer could still be good. The draw here is Minstrel Marquee, and then there's rather a lot of gains. Definitely gonna take the Sentinel, as I said. Minstrel, huh? Doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. It would be nice if I could hit 5, get Modify, and turn my estates into Minstrels. Workshop is also reasonable. I mean, if they collide, that'll be sad, but if they collide, the odds are we weren't buying anything much anyway. But being able to gain Minstrels, pretty good. I think I will take the Workshop. I'll take the chance. Okay. So we're gonna trigger a shuffle with whatever card we have in it. If it collides with the Workshop, we're obviously not gonna want it to be another action card, and we don't have any villages. So I think we're gonna take a Bauble. I'm not super excited about having Bauble in my deck, though. Maybe I'd rather have another, or have a silver. Yeah, let's grab a silver. Okay, well, we can get Bauble here anyway if we want to. I turned that off. Alright, so Saltroza gets the turn 3 Sentinel. So probably already pretty behind, but... So, yeah, I don't think we're going to keep estates around just for the purpose of... But we do have... We know we have a silver in there. We have a silver, copper, and an estate. We can hit 5. Although, I mean, really we want to just hit 4 at this point to grab a Minstrel, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe Modify. Is it too greedy to keep all of my estates? It's probably too greedy. Yeah, let's not. I guess I'll take the Bauble. I'm not excited about it, like I said, but I guess I can give out a curse. So we could take a Marquee here just because, like, we've hit the price point, but it seems bold. We really do need a Minstrel. Rude. I think I will take the Minstrel. Okay. Again. Ugh. And I see 2 estates. This is going very poorly once again. And I didn't find a curse to trash. Alright. We could consider getting another sentinel. We do have a villager, not a villager, a village now. We're gonna gain another one off the workshop, so maybe importer is correct now. I could believe it. Oh, we're gonna trigger a shuffle with this minstrel. That's not ideal, because I guess we don't have to trigger a shuffle, but then we can't afford to buy 4 cost, which I would really like to do. Although, if we draw the curse, then we won't anyway. Oh, man. But discarding it off the top of our deck would be good, so I think either way. Yeah. We could take a favor here. I guess we might as well. I don't know if I want to buy anything, really. I want to top deck whatever it is, so... Yeah, I don't really want another silver right now. I really just wanted to hit 4, and I didn't. Oh, God! I am just, once again, getting smoked. I find it really hard to believe that opening Minstrel was correct, but... Sure am getting whooped. Oh, that's interesting. I guess it's gotta be Sentinel Although, we're going to have terminal collision. We're going to have terminal collision either way, aren't we? Oh, we can take top decking with Bauble and top deck a Minstrel. Yeah, okay. That's probably what we want to do then. Still not great, but top decking that Minstrel definitely saves this turn. And who knows, I might get lucky and find something good on top of my deck with my Minstrel. Not really, but maybe we do want another silver now, just so we can hit like 6 to get a marquee. I am concerned about saltroza empties the minstrels here. I think I have 4. I really don't want to lose out on that split. I hit 3 so many times though. So annoying. I mean, given the opportunity as saltroza, I would totally take the rest of the minstrels because is the biggest limiting factor in building here. I have to imagine, like, that they have the ability to take them. It's just going to be a question of whether they want to do that or want to grab like a 5 or something. Another marquee, maybe. I don't know. Three baubles? Seems like a lot. Saltroza's got 2 marquees already? God. I don't know. This match, I'm getting so far behind so fast every game. Taking another curse here, aren't I? I'm even really... Well, I mean, I guess you might as well give out the curse, but I don't agree with the approach here by Saltroza of like being a bunch of baubles and such. Yeah, so I'm playing with 4 villages. Friggin' great. Do we want modify or do we want guildmaster? I think modify. Alright, this is probably when I want to play the Sentinel. Well, this is awkward. I don't want to draw a card, and I don't want to gain. I did not consider. That would have so many cards in my discard. Maybe I should modify the workshop into a guildmaster. I don't really want to gain cheap cards anymore anyway. Do I want a 2-cost? Not really. What I want is a marquee, but can't afford that. Maybe I was meant to play the Sentinel earlier than I did. I mean, it's the total crapshoot to get the silver into hand there. And even if I had, that wouldn't have been enough to afford. I would have needed 2 silvers in hand. Which... do have 2 silvers. Looking at this, oh yeah, there's one and there's the other one. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, that would have been a total crapshoot. But yeah, I mean, this game is probably over. I don't know exactly how it ends up playing out, but you know, I'm down on villages. I don't have any draw cards. I'm taking more curses. I'm going to take another one before the turn's out. Maybe 2 more, actually. The 3 baubles. And I think it's like a win more situation. I don't think the problem is, oh, I'm getting cursed. The problem is that I, like, bottom decked and collided my Sentinel with my workshop. And was I even able to afford, what did I have on turn 3? Yeah, I couldn't even afford. It's like somehow I managed to not hit 4 either turn 3 or turn 4. Which, I mean, I guess wasn't. It's not surprising that the turn I collided Sentinel and Workshop that I couldn't, but great. Oh, okay, I guess that's not that bad. What I really need, like I said, is a frickin' marquee, but I like can't get it. So I guess I'm gonna take another modify, and maybe I can modify my way into one or something. This is a. Ugh. Thought I could get more cards off the top of my deck, but the problem was the minstrel. I mean, I guess it only revealed 1 action, but I needed it to discard more cards. Gained a bauble? Why? Oh, pile out? Yeah, that's definitely in the cards. I wasn't really thinking about a pile out that much because I wasn't actually thinking curses would run, but if you're winning by that much, that's one of the ways you can finish out the game, and has the advantage that it doesn't, you don't have to put junk into your own deck, so seems pretty nice. Even if saltroza fails to actually pile here, I don't think that'll like open anything up for me. Let's see why it would. But this looks pretty. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Even the game that I won, like, I don't know. Like, I just was like behind from the get-go. I was just behind from the outset every game. Like, the only really, like, I don't know, like saltroza had all those good 5-2 openings. The only game where I really feel like I maybe different decision making could have led to a different outcome is the one with city quarter in town, where like maybe if I go harder for wisps early rather than for the towns, like maybe that works out better. It felt like town was going to be a key card there to me, but that might have been true, but still not like the right build order, or it might have just been false. But either way, I mean, I still felt like I got some pretty gross draws in that game. I don't know. I had to get. The only reason I was able to win the third game was that, like, I just kind of happened to align Disciple with Modify a couple times, and then I had like the extra modifies in my deck. And that just gave me more gains. But yeah, I don't know. I think saltroza was still ahead in that game, and was favored to win until pretty close to the end, and maybe there was something saltroza could have done to lock that game away. I mean, I will say, the turn that saltroza bought, part of the problem was they went for the pile out and then like didn't get there, that obviously was bad for them. But I think, as it turns out, I probably had the ability to empty the province pile anyway, so that wasn't necessarily like a deal breaker. But I think there was a turn where Saltroza had like 14 coins and 2 coffers and 2 buys and bought like Contract Swashbuckler or something like that. And that, I thought, like, I think I would have taken a province that turn as Saltroza. And had Saltroza done that, they might have been in a better position, like in a better endgame position over the next couple of turns. But I don't know, maybe not. Maybe my deck was in a better position than I realized or something. When we had the same number of sheepdogs, Saltroza had more swashbucklers and had the treasure chest, which you would think would be better, but maybe the gains were more important. Although it's not like Saltroza didn't have the ability to disciple modify, so I don't know. But in any case, yeah, particularly games 2 and 4, I don't really think there was anything I could have done. Like, was my opening bad? Maybe. You know, I mean, it's kind of like if I had seen Sentinel turn 3 or Workshop turn 3, either one really, been able to get a Minstrel, get the trash in. Like, Saltroza saw the Sentinel turn 3, right? Even if I had opened, I guess the only thing, if I had opened Silver instead of Workshop, I could have taken the Workshop turn 3 instead of the Silver that I ended up buying. And that's kind of a wash. And then turn 4, I would have had 4 coins. So at that point, I could have gone, I could have bought a Minstrel while playing the Sentinel. So, I mean, that would have been better. But I still would have missed the shuffle with my Sentinel compared to Saltroza triggering one. First, I don't know. I just think I just didn't really have much of a shot there with my draws, especially as player 2. So yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those matches. Not much I could do. It's unfortunate, but in any case, I've got another match for this tournament coming up on like Tuesday, and the new league season will be starting soon as well. So thanks for watching. Until next time.